Hi, and welcome to week 3 of our sign language class. We've got about 25 words that we're going to go through, so we'll just go ahead and get started. The first one is bathroom or toilet, is both the same sign. So it's the letter T, and you just shake your hand. Toilet, bathroom. Some people don't want to use the word toilet or think that someone else is thinking that they're saying toilet or bathroom, so they would rather use restroom. So you do an R, and all these will be on your handouts, and you're just doing restroom. And with your left hand, restroom. And if you want to do it the opposite way, if it feels more comfortable starting out and going in, I don't think it really matters which way you start and go. I've just always done it, start with the left and then go to the right. But if it feels better going the opposite way, I think that will be fine as well. Our next one is bless. So bless, you take 2 letter A's and you put them together. It's going to look like this. And you're going to put them at your nose. Okay? And you don't have to actually touch your nose. It can just be near it. It's like you're covering up your whole face, kind of like you've got a mask on. And you're going to bless. So your hands, it's almost like if you can imagine your sneeze coming out. So you go from A's to hands out. Like 2 5s. And it's like you're drawing this triangle, like just the top of the triangle. Bless. Bless. All right. Then we have can, could, possible, able, ability, and capable. All of them you can do can. Can. Now I had learned can and then able and possible. I had learned that there was a difference. This book says that they're all the same. So can, if you want to do able, that's how I learned it. That's what I typically do. All right, then we have Christ, Jesus, and Lord. So what you want to do is you want to take a letter C for Christ, and you're going to put it up here at the top of your near your shoulder. If you imagine someone with royalty has a sash across them, so that C is going to follow that. It's going to come off of your chest and come around and go down to hit your hip. It's like I can't get this camera quite to be where I want it to be. So you're going to start here and then come down to your hip. Christ. And Lord is the same. You're starting at your shoulder and you're going down. Left hand, it's going to be here, down to here. And you're not actually going to turn your body. I'm just showing you where it's going. Christ and Lord. Jesus, most people know how to do Jesus. You're going to use 25 hands. So this is the number 25. So a lot of times I'll refer to your 25 hand. And you're going to, how I do it is I start with my right hand. And it does not matter which hand you want to use first. And you're going to touch the center of your palm, just like where Jesus was crucified. And then you're going to touch the other one with that 25 hand. So, Jesus. So, you could do Jesus Christ is my Lord. Okay, so Jesus. And some people just do it very simply, like just right here in front of them. It just depends on, how fast you're talking in the conversation, what the purpose is of you saying it, like, if you really want to make it really, like an emphasizing of Jesus, you can do Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Some people even put their hands up then and do Jesus. So Jesus, Christ, my Lord. And you can put your is in there if you want. And then you can do the other side. So you, like I said, I'm not sure if lefties start with the left hand, probably. I would assume left hand going over to the right and then right going over to the left. But either way that you start is fine. So Jesus Christ is my Lord. Okay. Then we've got Father. All right, Father. So you're taking your number 5 hand that's open. Father and Dad. So my Father is Jesus Christ, who is my Lord. There you go. You got a long sentence. You can really practice. Then we've got eat and food. So you've got eat. You're putting your fingers all together. It's like all the fingertips are touching. You're doing eat, food. Both are the same. All right. Then we have family. You take your letter F's, put them together. And if you imagine your family all standing here, if you could put them all close together, and you're just putting them around in a group. Okay, so family. All right. And then we have God. In your handout, it will show that you're pointing up to God. I've never done it that way. I've just always just done God. So if I'm going to say my God, I'm going to say my, and then I'm going to do God. So all I'm doing is a closed number 4 and coming straight down my face. God, my God is Jesus Christ, my Lord. There you go. It's another good sentence. Then we've got good and well. All right, so just like we did thank you last week, all right, this time you're going to catch your hand. Good, good. That was some good work. That was good. So lefties, you're going to put your left hand at your chin and catch your left hand with your right. Good. And that is good and well. And then we've got he and she. So before you are going to use the word he, or she, you are typically going to talk about the person that you're talking about. You're not just going to say he. Unless there's someone walking by and you say, you're not going to say who is he. But typically you're talking about the person, so you're going to put the person here because you're talking about that person, and you're going to say he. Or you're going to say she. Now, how I had learned it when I was learning Signing Exact English was you take the E for she, because you've got a girl, so she, and a boy for he. But the ASL way is to just point to the person, he or she. And like I said, you've made this imaginary person here that you've been talking about. So then we have his and her and him, okay? This, when you use your hand out like this means like possession, okay? So you've got his, you've got her, you've got him, okay? And we'll talk later, you've got like my, you've got theirs, them, all of, anything theirs, not them, theirs. Like the car is theirs, that house is theirs. All right, then we go to hello. Sorry, I was thinking it was help. Hello. So hello is kind of like a salute, okay? So you're just doing your hand just like that, and you're putting it up to your forehead, and you're going up. Hello. Same with the left side. Hello. All right. Then we've got help. I've got my little sign language sheets here so that make sure I'm going in the right order. Yes. All right. So we've got help. For righties, it's you put your left hand palm up and you're making an A that's not closed, but thumb is sticking up. And it's like this is the person that needs the help, and then this is the person who's providing the help. 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 All right, so for lefties, help, help. All right, then we've got home. So home, they say, is where you eat and you sleep. So eat and sleep. So it is here, you're closing your fingers again, sorry. And you're putting it here at the corner of your mouth, and then you're going up to your ear. Home, home. And sometimes, some people go from here and then go like that, like they're literally eat and sleep. So home or home. I just always do home just because it's easiest. Lefty is going to start here and go up to your ear. Home. All right, then we've got house. So house, if you imagine when you were in elementary school and you would draw one of those simple houses, that's all you're doing. You're just got your roof and the sides of your house. House. All right, then you've got how. All right, so how, if you remember, you would do when you were a kid, here's the church, and here's the steeple, and open the door, and here's all the people. Okay, same kind of thing. You're taking your fingers, and you're putting them together. They're not linked, but they're just together. You've got your arms resting, and you're just going, how? How? So, how are you? And all I signed was how you. So, how you. If you want to put your R in there, you can. How are you? How are you? Either way. Then we've got life, life, life. That shows that you are alive. Okay. So life, alive. And then you've got live and address and alive are all with L's, live and life. Okay. Or you can do life and live. Address is with your, it's an A, but it's, yeah, I guess it's an A. I was trying to think if they were like that. No, they are closed. All right, so an address. Your address. So you can say, what's your address? Sorry, I was going to throw in what, but we'll throw that in next. Then we've got me and my. So me, you're simply pointing to yourself. My, here again, you've got your hand. That shows possession, so that's my. It's also mine, both of them. My, mine. It also shows own and personal. Now, I had learned own and personal differently, but I'm going to look into that a little bit more. So this book is saying my, mine, own, personal. Okay, so mother, mom, mama, all the same. Just like we had dad, daddy, father, you now have mom and mother on your chin. Mom. Like I said, all the girl stuff is here. Boy, male stuff up here. All right, so then we have please, enjoy, gratify, like, pleasure, and willing. I don't necessarily agree with all those. But anyways, so please, it's when you're a righty, your hand is going to the left. Please. If you're a lefty, your hand is going to the right. But if you go backwards, I think it's fine. I don't think that's the important thing. The important thing is that you're doing it and it's showing what you're saying. The context of everything else that you're saying is going to make it make sense. I believe we talked last week that I had learned, this is the way I do enjoy. I would do gratify the same way. Like, there again, there's that 25 hand, and you're like picking it off of your shirt. It's almost like you're pulling your shirt. We'll learn that one another week. But anyways, and then willing, pleasure. I would still use two hands. All right, then we'll talk about those later. So then we got sick, ill, and disease. Here again, your 25 hands, and it does not matter which one goes where, just whichever way feels more comfortable. I put my right one on my forehead, my left one on my stomach, sick, ill, disease. Okay. Sit and chair are interchangeable. I learned sit down. I learned chair. Okay, just like these are the legs of the chair. All right, so sit, you're just taking your letter U's, sit and chair. You're bending them. Okay, so sit and chair. But either way, the book has that they're both the same. They, there again, you're talking about people. You're going to talk about them ahead of time. And so you might be talking about they like to go to the store. You might be talking about people over here that they like to go to the store, but they don't, so you're kind of positionalizing and making location for the people. Okay. So they, them, those, these. I was always shown that when you're talking about these things, those are things that are closest to you. So these things, whether maybe you've got some cars here, these little toy cars, these. And all I'm doing is a number one, and I'm just doing these. If I'm talking about those over there, I'm doing those. Because those are things that are further away. That's just the way I had been taught. Okay, so now we've got our, we, and us. Our, I had learned our and us are this way. So all you're doing is you're taking your hand and you're kind of cupping it a little bit. We. So if you can imagine you and a couple friends, or even just you and one friend, both stand here, you're including that other person that's there. We and us is how I'd learned it. The book has our and us. Sorry, I may have just confused that. We You point here, if you're a righty, you point here to your right side of your chest and go over. It's like you're drawing this little half circle. It's really hard to see that way. Let's do it this way. We. And it doesn't have to be a big half circle, just a little half circle. We. They've got we and us here, so left would be this way. Like I said, I had learned our and us, and this is we. So I don't think all is lost if you switch them around. I think everything is fine. It will be understood. We said they, them, these, and those. We went through that. All right, now we've got what. All right, so we've got, you can say like, what is your name? All right, so you're going to put your hand out, kind of like you've got a piece of paper, and you're going to take your number 1, and you're going to draw right down through the center, kind of like right below those bumps on your palm. What? 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 Yeah, I was trying to think if I had my hand closed, but I don't always have my hand open. What? The book shows that the hand is closed. What? But I always have my hand open. I don't think that is the important thing. I think the important thing is you're showing what. What is your name? What is your name? You can put is in there if that's how you want to do. Same with left. What? What? Now, if you're saying like, well, what do we do? Then you've got 2 open palms. And you just do like what? I don't know what. Another thing you can do is like if you're saying, what do we do? Okay, here you've got D's, and you're going to make them O's. So D-O, do, but you point them up towards the ceiling. So do. And you're going, what do I do, God? What do I do? That's that one. You can do, what do I do? Or you can do, what do I do? I've always liked that one. I think that's cool. All right, then we got where. Where, you're simply wiggling your finger, almost like you're shaking that finger. But you're going back and forth, left to right to left, doesn't matter. You're just shaking it back and forth. It's showing like this. I like this way. It just kind of doesn't put so much pressure on your wrist. Then you've got you, and then you've got your, and yours. All right? So that is week 3 of our signs. And it's the second group of words that we have learned, but it's the 3rd week of the sign language class that we've had. So thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.